Hello again, my name is Ben, here with another set review. This time I'll be reviewing the LEGO Galaxy Squad Bug Obliterator. Set number 70705-1, released in 2013, part of LEGO Galaxy Squad, with a retail price of $79.99 USD, with 711 pieces and 4 minifigures. The orange robot Sidekick, the alien Mosquitoid, got Jack Fireblade, and last but not least, Ashley Starr, who is exclusive to this set. So, starting off with the figures, as always. Start off with the orange robot Sidekick, which obviously I already reviewed in the Eradicator mech. Move these things out of the way, so they're out of focus. We can get a good look at the robot Sidekick once again. Obviously, I won't go in depth here, but you can see comes with some nice, uniquely molded elements for his torso and head. Very anime or Transformers-esque design here, with some wings on the back attached to some clips, once again. And not much else to say about him, but there you go. Next up, we have Ashley Starr, who you might recall whose head was reused in the Swarm Interceptor that I received for that set review, but obviously that's not the one that's meant for the set, because she is exclusive, at least this head design is exclusive to this set. You can see it here. Basic female helmet or headpiece. You can see some blue lipstick, so there's that. Same basic design for all the Galaxy Squad members, and orange this time. And on the back, you can see the mask to protect them whenever they're stuck in a cocoon. And then for the last of the Galaxy Squad characters, we got, once again, Jake Fireblade. See him here once again, with his two-sided face, and then just the helmet, same as her. Interesting to note that with most LEGO minifigures, there will be differences in the torsos for male and female, where the females usually have blank spaces, but they don't have them for the Galaxy Squad figures because I guess they didn't feel like designing one for them. And obviously for the weapons, Galaxy Squad laser guns or whatever. And then the robot comes with this nice big blaster. And for the bug figure, the basic Mosquitoid that comes in a few sets. Not much different for his design here. Got the wings, the olive green and dark red printing and design all over the nice molded head, with the nice mosquito-esque design, the antennas that tend to get lost easily, and basically there's all that. So figures, pretty basic because a lot of the figures are definitely reused throughout the line, but they're good figures nonetheless. Now then, for the side build, for the aliens, move this out of the way, they get this large sort of fly. I kind of feel like it takes influence from like a dragonfly, but that might just be me. But kind of just a vague insectoid look. Just pincers, sort of talons, pincer swords at the front here. No real head design with eyes, so it's definitely more of like a mechanical creation. But you can definitely see it has sort of that techno-organic look to it. You can see some pretty basic tenets of the alien designs with the lime green and the dark red, with some splatterings of trans neon green and trans purple all around it here. Very long tail here, made up with some hinges, so the ratchet hinges with some spikes on the sides here. And at the end of it, kind of just a basic tailpiece in lime green with a point at the end, which I guess is meant to be some type of like stinger or blaster, perhaps. There's that piece at the end there is also reused for a small blaster, I presume, for the front here, where these claws are. Which a lot of these claws are here for not only the pincers at the front, but also for the legs, which it can sort of stand on, but it's not exactly a solid standing creation. As for the cockpit here, really not much to go over. There's not much to it. There's a small sticker in the front there you can see. And there's a small handlebars, which the figure can't easily hang on to, it would seem, unfortunately. And obviously you can see the Mosquitoids have quite a tendency for their little antenna to pop off, which is why so many on second hand tend to miss them. Unfortunate as it may be. But the last real thing to mention here is and similar to the Swarm or Warp Stinger, there's one of these purple cocoons here, which is the largest variety, which can capture, you just want to flop around the head, can capture a member of the Galaxy Squad and you can stuff them inside of the cocoon. And now they are stuck and can just be plopped down into there. So, a nice little gimmick for the sets, kind of up the stakes, I guess, but not really much to say about it. This build, it's alright. It's not one of my favorite of the insect builds, but It's a nice little accompanying piece to give more to your alien forces. It is a fairly sizable build. So overall, not the worst, but not really my favorite. But obviously, the star of the show here, the Bug Obliterator. You can see it here. This sort of large, just gunship design here. It's these two large canopies and just a lot of guns. Apologies, this part came off. You can just see all of the guns here. There's so many of the little translucent yellow tipped blasters all over it. So you can just see all of them there. And a few of the red ones. But it's quite the masterpiece to look at in terms of weaponry. See it here, it's fairly boxy and sort of like large design with some slight curves and angles here with the wings. See it all around. See the wheels at the front, which is part of the main gimmick, which I'll explain in a minute. See just the wings here, using the larger wing pieces, and some tubes all around it. Just some pretty basic building up pieces. A lot of stickers on this one, which is an unfortunate inclusion, but oh well. See the blasters all over here. Most of these are decorative, but these ones on the sides here are, of course, the flick fire missiles that you flick them and they fire. These ones tipped with red, so I guess to be easier to identify for children. On the back here, you'll see some very large thrusters, which look quite nice, and I like them a lot, with this nice translucent blue to sort of differentiate them. The nice dish piece here for the largest one. And this little part on the back here, which is going to be pushed, which I will do in just a moment. As for the cockpits, you'll see there's one in the front and one in the back here, so I assume you could put two Galaxy Squad members, but it is a bit of a tight fit. You can try and get them both in here. One unfortunate thing to mention about this set is that there isn't really any real weapon storage for the normal weapons that the Galaxy Squad members hold. So you can try to hit them both fit back there. It's not an easy fit, but it can work. Then unfortunately, you got to take off the wings for the one to fit on top here. Some basic control levers, so that tend to pop off easily, which is unfortunate. But he can sit in there just fine, and without his wings, of course. And for his weapon, there's a little open part here, which you can just put it. So that kind of completes the look there. And as for the main feature for this Bug Obliterator, which is a really cool feature, taking this part on the back and then pushing it will launch this little car vehicle rover type thing, and then the remainder of it folds back down, and the wings splay out into a far more aerodynamic gunship, which I think looks really cool. Just get to zoom out a little bit more so you can just get a better look at it. There you go. It's really cool, and I think having the wings splay out like this definitely creates a more dynamic and fierce look for it, which I think looks really cool. And I like this part quite a bit. And the remaining car is still also really nice, just left over. It's got a nice shape to it, and you see it's still well armed. And one nice feature of it is in the back here, you can raise this up and you get a nice missile platform, which can look up and down. Oh, a little bit down, not really that well, but it can look up pretty well. See the headlights and just more stickers here, unfortunately. It's nice and well detailed, and it's a very nice contained vehicle. And of course, you can just push these on the back here individually, and the fire missiles all fire out and can come back down. So overall, really nice features. And if you want to hook it all back up with the largest set, you just lift this back up, and then with these pins here, you can just plug them into here. If I can just do this well, fold these back up, and then more or less where it started. So overall, this is a really cool set, with probably one of my favorite of the ones that I have so far of the detaching and splitting functions. I think both builds are executed really well with their features, and neither of them are detracted from whenever they do detach, so it's a really cool aspect of it, which I like a lot. Put this back on here. So overall, I think it's really nice. I don't know, I feel like getting another orange one. Personally, I wish the red characters had more vehicles, because they only have the small side builds, but that's just me personally. But overall, this is a really nice set, and I'm really happy to have it. Personally, I would recommend it if you're able to. $80 is quite a lot for retail. I feel like $70 would have been better for the time. And if you're trying to find it now, you'll probably won't find it for as good as a price. I personally got very lucky and won it at an auction for like $15. So obviously for a price like that, I definitely recommend it. It was only missing these parts up here, so I wasn't too upset. But again, not to brag, but again, if you can find this set for a reasonable price that you're comfortable with paying, I would definitely recommend it. This is a really good set, and I'm really happy to have it. But of course, with that all being said, thank you for watching. Thank you for sticking through the video if you're here. Sorry for no mock showcase, though I don't know how many people really care at this point. But besides, until next time, for what else I have to upload. Again, once again, thank you for watching. Have a great day, and goodbye.